Because,
I think so.
especially in a writing category.
Mm-hmm.
So like, man, this started as a tiny little thing. This guy didn't take a novel. This guy took a 10-minute short film and turned it into a full-length picture.
Right.
Like, you and I could take a book and make an Oscar-winning movie.
The only reason why I don't do it is, like, it's so boring to, like, just, it's just so easy. I don't want to be bored.
You and I turned Infinite Jest into a cohesive 110-page script.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yep. Yeah, piece of cake. Didn't we do that as a joke, and then we just threw it out afterwards for, like, we don't need those awards?
Well, like the entertainment in Infinite Jest, we said it was too good for the world, so we threw it away.
And also, like, we don't really want the attention, you know what I mean? Like, we're not trying to make it big.
No.
Like, we're podcasters.
That's why we are writing an original picture called The Rugby House Slaughter, about rugby players who get attacked by cannibals in the hills of New Zealand. I mean,
that one I do want to film. I want to do it like Neil Blomkamp. Like, I want to write it, and then I want to shoot it, and then I want to get it made into a bigger picture, a full-length feature, and then release it. But we just got to work the title out a little bit more. Maybe like we'll add, based on the short film.
Yeah. And script. We'll add both those. So
based on the short film that was based on the script.
Our 100-page script for Confederacy of Dunces was too good, too. We had to throw that away. But all right, all jokes aside, I don't think Precious is going to win Best Picture, but people love this movie. So even though In the Loop is one of the best, the talking in the Loop is brilliant. I mean, it's just, blah, 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 blah. That guy's great. I think that guy would be great as Doctor Who, by the way. Just letting you know that, the lead character in The Loop. I think he'd be perfect for it.
Interesting.
But, yeah. And education's good. Oh, what's up?
I said I don't see it, but...
Peter Capaldi can do it. I think it comes down to this. Up in the Air, District 9, Precious.
Yeah. Honestly, like, for me, I'm probably going to probably say Precious, but I really do like Up in the Air, especially, like, there's something about it. I think the dialogue in that is pretty sharp as well, but it's more like the characters. And for me, it's like such an easy watch. Like, I don't know what it is about that movie. Like, I can just put that movie on when I get it on Blu-ray, of course.
Yeah,
I can probably just put it on and watch it, in the background while I'm doing stuff. And like, it still draws my attention though. And I have to sit down and like actually watch, it's I don't know. There's just something about it. It's just an easy watch.
It's a great airplane movie.
Yeah. Really?
All right.
It's in the title.
I'm going. All right. Once again, I'm going sexy pick. Precious is going to win, right? But I'm saying In the Loop.
All right. I'm going to go Up in the Air.
All right. So
just because I have a little crush on Anna AK.
AK-47.
Yeah.
Like Andrei Kirilenko who played for the Utah Jazz.
Mm-hmm. Another sport that I'm very into is basketball, and I know so much about basketball, but we don't want to go with that.
All right, so how about this? We're 5 categories in. We have 5 left. Let's take a quick break. We're going to talk some rugby, and when we come back, we'll pick the 5 remaining characters. Or, well, not characters, categories.
Well, we'll pick some characters, too.
Yeah.
I've been working on one. I have an Italian character that I can debut on here.
What's the come and the go? All right, so we'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. And let's get into it, Rob. Like a rugby game in the championship, in the cold weather, in the rain. Let's get into it.
Honestly, like, this is going to be like, because we're getting to the final 5 categories. This is going to be so exciting. It's going to remind me of that one rugby match between France and Zimbabwe.
Great
in
one.
The rugby semifinals of 2004. You remember that one?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Last minute heroics.
Oh my gosh. And they were just, grabbing that ball and running. It was awesome.
To be honest, I have no clue how they're still standing at the end of these games. You watch rugby and it looks like everything hurts.
They have, yeah, I know. American football, like, they're wearing like huge pads and stuff, and like rugby, they're just there. They're not wearing masks or anything, or helmets.
Like, I feel like fingers should snap every down or every play that they have, every tackle, every challenge. Like, it's just, if I was a bouncer and a cannibal rugby team came into my bar, I would just leave.
Yeah.
And there's no point. You're not going to fight these guys.
No. I don't even know if you can outrun them.
When I was in college, a bunch of my buddies played intramural rugby, and they were like, "Come on, Mark, come play with us." And I was like, "No, you guys are crazy."
Yeah, that would be scary. I don't know.
No thanks. They were, yeah. I mean, I watch it and it blows my mind.
If you're fast, you don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, except for 250-pound guys who are faster than they should be when they're 250 pounds.
That's true.
Imagine being chased by The Rock, right? And you're in great shape, right? Dwayne Johnson's chasing you. And you think maybe his lactic acid and his cardio isn't that great. You get about 3/4 of a mile and he's still running the same speed and gaining on you.
I know, that's scary. That's when you have to find something to jump over or climb up a tree. You know what I mean?
You would just push a tree over.
Just barrels through.
Yeah. Toothpick. All right, next. Best original screenplay. This one's tough. All right, I'm gonna read this. Hurt Locker, written by Mark Boal. Inglourious Bastards, Quentin Tarantino. The Messenger, written by Alessandro Camon and Oren Moverman. A Serious Man, Joel Cohen and Ethan Cohen, which is really good. Yeah. Up, written by Bob Peterson and Pete Docter. Story by Pete Docter, Bob Peterson, and Thomas McCarthy. I mean, A Serious Man, it hasn't happened yet, but it's going to become one of the most underappreciated Coen brother movies.
Yeah. I love the Coen brothers, though.
People are serious about it.
Serious Man didn't do that great, like, in theaters, did it?
No, it didn't really have an A-list talent. No one really understood it. But then somebody wrote an article going, "Wait, this movie's brilliant," and everyone went, "Oh yeah." It got dismissed.
Like a lost shuffle, like that sucks.
Now, Up and The Messenger, very good, but I feel like just being nominated was enough for them. An animated film being nominated for Best Original Screenplay, that's enough.
Right. Yeah.
It's not gonna win. So, that leaves us to The Hurt Locker and Inglourious Bastards.
And Tarantino, man, that guy can write a screenplay.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, he's almost as good as us.
Almost. Don't go too far, Mark. Almost.
That,
let's see him write a rugby film.
A rugby cannibal picture.
Yeah.
And have everyone cry at the end.
Yeah.
Remember when we did the read-through? We had to stop making it because everyone bawled their eyes out.
Yeah, they loved it so much.
Their eyes bawled out.
Everybody who was there gave me a kiss on their way out.
They were stomping their feet and clapping for the entire 110 pages.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was an amazing read through, but obviously, we're not going to have it made because we don't want to put other movies to shame.
No. All right, so Hurt Locker and Inglourious Bastards. Now, it's been a little bit since I've watched Hurt Locker, 3 months. It's only been about 3 weeks since I watched Inglourious Bastards, but how did you feel after the first time you watched The Hurt Locker?
I liked it. I liked The Hurt Locker. It was weird. I had to really watch it again to appreciate it more, but I will say that I liked Inglourious Bastards more walking out of it the first time. And I still not to say that I didn't like Inglourious Bastards as much the second time. I liked it just as much, but there's something about that first time that I watched Inglourious Bastards was just I don't know. It's just not what I expected. And it blew me away. It's actually, to me, I mean, it's up there with probably Pulp Fiction, as my favorite Tarantino films.
I'm definitely going to watch it a lot this decade.
Mm-hmm. As you should.
Yeah. So I have a question. Mark Boal has the momentum right now. Right, and he should. Mm-hmm. Hurt Locker's a very good script. Right. But in what world is it better than Inglourious Bastards?
Yeah, I just don't think it is. I think it's a good script. I think it's a good movie. I think Inglourious Bastards on a screenplay level is just a little bit better written. I don't know. All
right, so I'm going to say Inglourious Bastards wins. Quentin Tarantino gets it.
Bastards too.
All right, so lock it up.
Fingers crossed.
Lick the envelope. Fingers crossed.
Nice.
Scrum set. All right, so.
And I'm watching you. We're Skyping right now, so I'm seeing you do all of this firsthand. So just in case people think that you're not doing these things, no, you're doing them. You got the envelope. You're licking them.
Stamps.com.
Yeah.
Really? I'm multitasking. Mm-hmm. Really proud of myself.
Yeah, me too.
All right, let's move on to Best Actor. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. So, Best Actor, we have Jeff Bridges for Crazy Heart as Otis Bad Blake. We have George Clooney Up in the Air as Ryan Bingham, which is pretty funny because he, the artist. Colin Firth, The Single Man, George Falconer. Love that. Good movie. Great picture. Looks beautiful. Costuming, production design. Geez Louise. Morgan Freeman Invictus as Nelson Mandela. And Jeremy Renner for The Hurt Locker as Sergeant First Class William James. A.K.A. Billy James.
This one was a hard one for me.
Yeah. Now.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Now. Sorry I interrupted, but Jeff Bridges lost last year, right? For True Grit.
True Grit, yeah.
True Grit. No regrets. Now.
No regrets.
People are going to be pretty salty about that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a performance? So he'll probably get. I think this could go. What George Clooney did in that movie is vastly underrated. What Colin Firth does is vastly underrated. Morgan Freeman's always good, always great. And the fact that in Clint Eastwood movies you have to move so fast, I think he nails it. And then Jeremy Renner is outstanding. Just the way he's just a balled up ball of, explosiveness in this movie. He's excellent. Carries it, understands the role. But are any of them good enough to make up for Jeff Bridges not winning an Oscar yet?
See, that's my thing. I really liked Up in the Air, and I'm not a huge George Clooney fan because George Clooney is kind of at that point for me where I know it's George Clooney playing George Clooney in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, he's got that star status that just like it's hard for him to be anybody but George Clooney in whatever movie I'm watching.
Yeah, GC.
Except for Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I don't know. Like he goes above and beyond in that. But in Up in the Air, I love Up in the Air, and I do like him in that role. And I like Jeremy Renner also. I think he does a wonderful job in The Hurt Locker. And I mean, even in those scenes where there's not like a lot of talking and he's just trying to defuse a bomb in like the tense acting in that situation. It's like, I think these guys, to me, I like more than Jeff Bridges in Crazy Heart. But like you said, Jeff Bridges not winning last year for True Grit kind of stings a bit. But then I'm like, it's kind of like the Leonardo DiCaprio thing. Like everybody wants Leo to get his Oscar. But I feel like somewhere down the road, he's going to win an Oscar for a movie, which he's good in, but he was so much better in other movies. You know what I mean?
He's going to have to go to some freezing place and just get tore up and do a lot of grunting and puddles to win an Oscar.
And honestly, I hate to say this again, but I hope whatever movie he wins an Oscar for has a bear in it, because I just like bears, man.
You love bears.
I've always said that about myself, and people have always said that about me too. They just say, Robert, that guy loves bears.
In your home, you have a Great Outdoors poster. You have a poster for The Edge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're really all about, you live that lifestyle.
My screensaver on my computer is just that scene from The Edge.
And you only do Kodiak dip.
And I only eat Klondike bars and drink Coca-Cola.
Wait, what do you mean Coca-Cola? Oh, because of the polar bears?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Duh.
Oh, man. And you only give people bear hugs?
I only give people bear hugs, and yeah. You know, I got teddy bears all in my room from when I was a kid and as an adult. I just buy them. I go to Build-A-Bear every weekend. Actually, they've had to kick me out, you know, because I'm there so often. To build bears, I want to state that real quick.
Their inventory is just too, you made too many.
Yeah. They're like, do you want to build anything else? Like, now you can build like a rabbit or something.
Some shelving units for us.
I'm just gonna build bears.
So we're gonna go Crazy Heart?
Yeah, you gotta go that. But for me, it's like Jeff Bridges and then George Clooney and Jeremy Renner are like a close second, and then Colin Firth, and then Morgan Freeman's great, but I feel like with the roles the other guys have, it's just they're a little bit above him.
Yeah, I gotta go with Jay Bridges.
Yeah.
J7 Bridges. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but let's do it.
Jay Bridges over the River Kwai. That's a way to short.